There's nothing new about what's happening in the UK about the change of the immigration laws. This has been happening since we've been in the UK. I've shared my story in the past and I always want to go to repeat it. If there's an opportunity to talk about it, I'll talk about it, especially now. So when I came to the UK, I was a student. I told you I came as a company spouse, but I was a student and then went from student to work permit. And then so I had to wait for about 10 years for me to get indefinite leave to remain. And the immigration laws have been changing. I saw the immigration laws changing. When we came to UK, we just used to buy a ticket and come to UK without a visa. That's how I came here. I just came to the United Kingdom. No invitation, got the visa at the airport. That's then. And then things changed. My family members came exactly the same time. And I think 3 years in, that's when, in the UK, that's when they changed that you need a visa before you get a flight to UK. Things changed. But by that time, most of my siblings were here. Right. Things started changing. The work permit, I remember when I was left with 1 year to get to my indefinite leave to remain, the immigration laws changed. Guys, I struggled to get a job. That's when they were saying that they don't need nurses, you need to go back and apply for a job when you're in your country. I struggled to get an employer who can give me a visa for 1 year so that I can get my 10 years. Right? The immigration laws kept on changing and changing over the years. So it's not something new. It's true that when you come in, don't say we are here now, we'll stay forever. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's around the corner. I got my visa to my 10-year visa just a few weeks before the visa had expired, which means I could have gone back to Zimbabwe. And looking back at it, I was thinking, where was I going back to? Was I going back to my own home? Was I going back to live with my parents? Where did I have a home then? I had a stand, of course. I had a stand that I bought, and I think I built it a little bit. But then that's when I realized that, it's important. There's, people are always saying that you should have something back home, a home to go back to, which is very true. You should have something that you know that if anything goes wrong here, you've got your own home to stay in, right? It's different from someone who is already settled. If someone is already settled here, this is where you live now. So you better make yourself comfortable here. And then if you want to make some developments back home, you can. But I'm that kind of person who doesn't believe in building a mansion in a place that I don't live in, and I live in a rubbish house where I live. No. I make myself comfortable here because that's where the money is coming from. This is the source. This is where I am. So I make myself comfortable here and then I develop elsewhere. Right? So now that you are here, you're on a visa, you don't know what's going to happen with your visa, you better develop where you came from because you don't know what's going to happen. The worst thing that can ever happen to yourself is to be an illegal immigrant when you came back, when you were not illegal. Okay? That's one thing you should make sure it doesn't happen. To become illegal is going to make life very, very difficult. You can't access the hospital, you can't get a job, you can't get anything. Everything is just illegal. Even a bank account is difficult to get it. So now, whilst you're able to work and do as many things as you can, as work as much as you can, do it. All right? Do it. Invest back home, as they say. If you're still on a visa. If you are settled here, I would make yourself comfortable here first and then develop elsewhere. If you want home, Zimbabwe or whichever country you want to settle to have a second home. Because everybody thinks, you should go to Zimbabwe. Why should we go to Zimbabwe? You can go anywhere in Africa and settle there. If that's what you want. I know Zimbabwe, they say, is better, but I have a different story about Zimbabwe, which I'll share. I've shared it before and I'll share it again. That's where I was born. I'm born and bred in Zimbabwe. I'm home. When I'm home in Zimbabwe, I know there's no immigration officer who's going to come and say, "I want to see your passport." There's nothing like that. There's nothing like being illegal. All this drama about immigration laws. There's nothing like that. But there's nothing there for me at the moment. Nothing. It's so difficult. I'm too old to get my money go into corrupt people's hands. This is a video for another day. I think I need to do another video about my experiences because I have been to Zimbabwe. I was one person who was listening to people, the pressure on social media. Oh, you need to go back. Oh, you need to. Yeah, and I did it. And I've got a story. I've got my own reflection of Zimbabwe, my own experiences. What happened? What went wrong? Would I go back again? I don't know. I'm going to do another video. Whether I'm going to go back again or not, there's nothing. I don't know, because that's home, so I can go there anytime I want. That's where I'm from, so I don't need to tell anyone when I'm going to go. It all depends on how I feel at the time. I can wake up one morning and just think, you know what, I'm going back to Zimbabwe. That's how easy it is being in Zimbabwe. I just go back. But as for now, I don't know. So if you are here and you're listening to this and you've got a visa, you're on a visa, you're stressed about your visa. I've been there. I've gone through the cycles of being depressed because of this visa, change of visa laws. I've experienced them over the years. So it's nothing new. Nothing new at all. As I told you last time, I was going through divorce and at the same time my visa was extending. It was hard. It was a difficult gig. And I'm trying to look for a job. My visa is ending. I'm nursing my heartbreak. Divorce. So that's life. So if you're in a foreign country, expect anything. Anything. Whether you've got papers or you don't have them. Whether you've got indefinite leave to remain or not. Things change because it's not our country, it's their country. They can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. They can decide tomorrow and just say, we don't want foreigners in this country anymore. Alright? What will you do? Probably sell whatever you have and then go back where you come from. So guys, cheer up. It's called life. That's life in a foreign land. That's life in the diaspora. Okay? This is not our home. You only say, wow, I'm settled once you get the indefinite to remain or the citizenship. Okay? That way, you are a little bit safe. You're safe, of course. As long as you don't commit serious crime that will end you being deported, you may be able to stay for as long as you want. But we've been there, I've been there. I know how it is. It is difficult to get a visa in the UK, how it's stressful to get the immigration laws changed. Sometimes you'll be left with 2 months and then everything changes and you're in the middle of looking for a job and things like that, and then you're told that the employers are no longer recruiting. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's not funny. And I actually understand how other people are feeling right now. I understand how other people are feeling right now. Those who have changed their visas, those who have moved from one employer to the other, I understand how they're feeling right now. Of course, the white paper is out. It's not guaranteed, but normally they just go by what that was out. They're just preparing you. That white paper, they are most likely just to implement everything. They are most likely going to implement everything. Things changed. When we came in the UK, people were getting 5 years. You get indefinite leave to remain, 5 years from work permit. 10 years after like a long stay in the UK. It changed to 14 years. It changed to 20 years to other people. So all these things change over the years. So get ready for it. Get ready for it. So some people here will be competing with people who have been here for a very long time. Save your money. Save your money. I've said this, I've done a video before, and I was dragged in the streets of social media. Who are you to tell us that? Who are you? Yeah. That's what it means to be in a foreign land. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. People will just sit in parliament and just decide. Before you know it, things have changed. Yeah. So cheer up. I'm just doing this video to encourage someone that, you know what, we've been there. Immigration laws have changed over the years several times. When we were students, when we were visitors, when we were students, when we were with work permits, it kept on changing and changing and changing. So you are here now. Keep the faith. Save your money. Keep working. Don't get discouraged. There's always a way. If they say go back home, you go back. But use this opportunity to do something, develop something, buy something home. Especially your accommodation back home is the key. You need a home to go back to. And you re-strategize from your own place, from your own home. Not from your mother's place or your brother's place. No, your own home. If it means you're going to build a two-bedroom cabin, do it. That's where you're going to start from. If you're able to build, just do it. Just build it. Just build. So that when you go back, you have your home, because accommodation is very expensive. Very, very expensive. And I hope I've encouraged one or two people. We live in a foreign land. Nothing is guaranteed if you're a foreigner. Until you get your citizenship, your indefinite leave to remain, you're much safer. But still, you don't know. They may revoke it. They may decide to send you back to countries. So even us, we've been here for a while, we know anything can change. We're prepared. Now one day they wake up and say, you know what, move. We move. We go back where we came from. Yeah? We go back where we came from. So cheer up, guys. You take care.